Well, hello, everybody. Wow, I messed up that beginning sequence so badly. It must be Monday, and it must be more time for a little bit more coffee right now. Excellent. Welcome to the Bot Signal. My name is RJ Redden, and if you don't know me, entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing message because most have a terrible problem getting traction online. They sound like a carbon copy of everybody else, and they feel like they're shouting into a black hole. So, I create epic engagement experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. Bottom line, I am on a mission to get 1 million people to change their marketing. Today, we're going to start with you. So, the headline today is a little provocative for a reason. Hey, good morning, Ryan. Good to see you. Little provocative for a reason, my friends, because I have, as somebody who attends a lot of events, virtual and in person, well, soon again, perhaps we will be in person again someday. I attend a lot of events, babies, and I read a lot of blog posts. Why? I'm constantly doing research on my field. I want to find out what's out there, what's good, what's awesome. And I want to deliver that to my clients, as do you. In that space, I have run into an awful lot of things that are just boring. Just boring. They don't connect with the audience. Have you ever fell asleep halfway through a blog post of some kind? Yes, I have. I know you have. The Ryan says, did you post the description with a certain wildlife operator you know? No. Absolutely not. Listen, if you don't know Ryan makes the most incredible videos that even somebody who is not even remotely connected with his business could understand and have fun. That is one of the reasons I love my Ryan. Go check his videos out. Anyway, falling asleep halfway through a video, falling asleep halfway through a blog post. Listen, we don't even have the bandwidth these days to start getting into that stuff. We tend toward what is engaging. How many of you have a TikTok account? I know, well, I guess I do, but I too have watched TikTok. It's fun. It's engaging. It makes you ask questions in your mind. It sticks in your mind later when you've got to show someone else that TikTok. Listen, I know. I too, I too have done this. I have not released any TikToks yet. I don't know that that's necessarily me and my brand, but well, it might be. Anyway, today let's talk about how expertise is important and great, but baby, it ain't connection. It ain't connection at all. At all. If you lean so much on facts and presenting yourself as an authority, first of all, it comes off desperate. If you really want to connect with people, you absolutely want to establish that you know a little bit about what you're talking about. You didn't just Google, copy off somebody's blog, change a few words, and publish it, okay? You didn't just watch somebody else's stuff and then go, okay, well, I could do that, and go ahead and publish it. No, you want to establish yourself as an expert. You also want to connect with your audience. How do you do that? How do you do that when you're writing up a blog? How do you do that when you're producing your videos? How do you make your stuff filled with expertise, but also engaging and connecting? That's my question for today. I know some tricks. That I use. Oh my, RJ on TikTok. I know it would be crazy, wouldn't it? You know what? The first time well, and I can even relate this to the topic, believe it or not. The first time I got on there, I was like, wow, this is really interesting. And it's interesting because it's quick. It's interesting because it's those some of those actually take quite a lot of time to produce and they look really good. It's not just shoot something with your cell phone real quick and put it on the internet. Some of those really do have production value even for a minute long vertical video. Now I realize I'm getting into geekdom here. I want to requalify that back. TikTok is engaging and fun. It presents a lot of ideas in a few minutes, and it's somewhere for your brain to escape to. It's pretty addictive. First time I was on TikTok, I was on for probably an hour, and then I showed it to my wife, and she's like, yes, I'm aware of TikTok. It was very funny. Anyway, back to the subject. Engaging stuff is fun. Engaging stuff is funny. Engaging and connecting with your audience means being more than just one-dimensional. Let me explain. There is a rather famous, in my crowd anyway, picture of me completely asleep while listening to a speaker. Listening to a speaker. This picture was taken by my dear friend Barry Cohen, R.I.P. Barry, and we were on a cruise together, and he was sitting beside me, and his job was to keep me awake during these things, and he did his job really well. Let me just say this. I was listening to a speaker. I was in the front row of this crazy little marketer's cruise that we were going on, and I completely I fell asleep. And I felt somebody squeeze my hand right before the speaker started to float to our end of the stage, where he would probably notice the person dressed in cape and goggles and completely asleep. I felt this little hand squeeze, and I woke up just in time, and it was fabulous. But he did not wake me up. He woke me up after he took a picture. Okay. So that picture is now famous in our crowd. And the reason was because the expert, not because the person on stage was a person. He was an expert at what he did. He was standing there on stage for a reason. We're reading blog posts for a reason. We're watching videos for a reason. We're joining master classes and webinars for a reason. Hint, hint, I've got one on Thursday for you guys. We'll talk about that at the end. Anyway, there's a reason he's up there on stage. I was interested in his topic and I still fell asleep. It's because he was being one-dimensional. It's because it was all about his expertise, how cool he was, and it was all about him putting up slides and reading them to us. Whoa! Now, for speaking skills, you got to see my friend Jane, because she's the most amazing, and she's taught me everything that I know. But for me, you've got to write your chatbot as if you're having a conversation with somebody you like in a coffee shop. You've got to establish your credibility. You've got to throw a few stats in there, sprinkle in and pepper a few little statistics and conversion rates and things like that, so that people know you know what you're talking about. But when you're trying to connect with people, you've got to be a multifaceted human being. You've got to have a funny side. You've got to have a conversational side. You got to have a knowledgeable side. You got to have a caring side. There are a lot of things that you've got to remember and do in order to help yourself become a great connector. A great connector. Great communicators are great, and we love them, and they sway lots and lots of people. That's wonderful stuff. We're all looking for that, right? We're all secretly hoping to be the next Gary Vee. I'm not, but a lot of people are. Communication is great, connections better. It's just better. The easiest way for me to present connection while on these streams or writing a blog post, which I'm about to start working that thing up, you guys. While doing all of this is to present more than one dimension of my personality. Gosh, if I bored you with knowledge all day, it really would be boring. And honestly, unless you're trying to become a chatbot agency, why would I want to teach you all the details of what I do? I want to teach you the details of what I can produce. That's what I want to do. But I want to do it in a way that is multidimensional, that is, faceted, that will catch people's fancy and draw people in. That's what I want to do. Kind of catch up on the comments here. They're on my other screen, so I'm going to look away from you for a moment. I could talk to you for hours about the reach and potential reach that platform will have. Well, very, very good, sir. I believe he's talking about TikTok there. I was once told the best content is informative, educational, and entertaining. It must hit at least 1 if you're doing well. If you hit 2, hit 3, you're a god. That's wonderful. Well, and let me bring that back to chatbots. Informative, educational, and entertaining. Hitting those 3, right? How to hit those 3 in a chatbot. It's actually both easier than you think and harder than you think in the same moment. It's easier because it's easier to be informative, educational, and entertaining in a conversation because you can focus different bits of the conversation on each of those. Because conversations go several places, right? If you're having an online conversation with some software or with a digital version of someone, the conversation could go many, many places. And especially because you can feel where people are leaning. You can feel if they want a little bit more educational or if they want to be entertained, things like that. That's great. But it's also harder than people think because chatbots tend to be very concise. They must be very concise. You are not here to listen to a lecture. You're here to get some information or be entertained. You're here for a purpose, and nobody's going to read your wall of text in a chatbot. They just aren't. They're going to turn it off. They hate that kind of thing. Trust me on this. I've been doing this 3 years. So, my friends, when you're writing for your business, is it a blog post? Is it a social media post? I don't spend too much time on those these days that aren't video based because honestly, kind of a waste of time. People hate reading, and I know that. So there are still some long form readers out there, which is awesome, and that's what blogs are for. But when you are presenting yourself in your business, be more than one dimensional. Do this for me. Do this for you. Don't do it for me. You want to present a multifaceted human being. People do business with human beings, especially if you have a smaller business, if you're an entrepreneur out there. People aren't hiring, people are hiring great big corporate entities to do some stuff. That's super great. But a lot of entrepreneurs are a little bit entrepreneurial minded and want to support other entrepreneurs, not necessarily giant corporations. So you're always better off thinking about that, writing to that, and connecting with your clients and your pre-clients. Anyway, this was kind of a short Monday. Just wanted to pop on and talk about that one dimensionality. Don't do it, my friends. Don't do it. Present something different. Present more of you, and you are going to win at this, especially apparently on TikTok, which Ryan might be on right now. I don't know. I really like the choose your own adventure style conversation that can be had in chatbots. Built well, achievement available by hiring Team RJ. The client can determine which path the conversation goes down. Exactly. It's the most powerful thing that I know. for engaging people in exactly the way they want to be engaged. Not in the way you want to engage them necessarily. Not, I mean, a conversation, when it's about one person, the person that it's not about generally leaves. In a chatbot, the conversation, when it's about me, my one note song, you're leaving that song. You're leaving that song. I want to engage you in the way that you want to be engaged. I want to match what's in your mind. I want to feel what it is that you want to feel and guide you toward that. That's a chatbot, my friends. So, want to do a little announcement before I go. Of course, we're doing Unleash Your Engagement. We're doing it on Thursday. We're doing it straight up high noon Central Time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun because, I'm in charge of that thing. And I have been doing a lot of work on engaging in webinars, a lot of work on making it so that it's not just a whole talking head thing. Because who loves that? It ain't me. So my friends, my darlings, my loved ones, unleashyourengagement.com. I could have had this all prepared, but I didn't. It's Monday, darlings. I'm just going to write it in the little notes here so that you can see it. Next time, maybe I'll do a little bit of a different title that isn't so long to type. But want you to come on along to that. It's free. It's free. And I would love to see you. Would love to engage with you there because this is going to be it's going to be crazy and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I want you to be a part of it. Take a little lunch break on Thursday with me. You won't regret it. I'm going to teach you the 3 ways to rocket launch profitable engagement. Whatever kind of marketing you're doing. Of course, we talk about chatbots a lot on the program. That's what we do. But there are a lot of ways to get people excited, engaged, and looking forward to your next communication. We'll talk about all that on the masterclass on Thursday at high noon Central. And until then, my friends, I am your biggest fan. I love you, and we'll talk again soon.